Hey guys, Anime Kajin here. In today's video, we're going to talk about the top 10 sci-fi anime.
なんだシュウ、お願い。私を使って。
We've come a pretty long way with science in our world, with the latest science and technology innovations that make our lives pretty comfortable and cool. From technology that we're just watching in fictional shows that becomes part of our reality, what else can we expect? Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos about anime. Even with just 3.69% of you guys subscribing to our channel would be a big help. So, without further ado, let's begin. To start off the list, we are transported 300 years into the future, in a world where mechanical monsters called revisions have taken over. The series starts with a flashback of Daisuke and his childhood friends Guy, Lu, Mari, and Keisaku. A strange woman named Milo tells them that they will eventually be responsible for saving the world. Fast forward to the present day, Daisuke is now a second-year high school student who made it his responsibility to protect his friends because of what Milo said. Then, a strange phenomenon called the Shibuya Drift descends over their city and thrusts the people of Shibuya into the future. In this world, Daisuke and his friends reunite with Milo to team up to fight off the revisions threatening their city and save the world. This series features a distinct CG animation that makes for great battle scenes and gives a robotic and futuristic feel to the mecha world. If you're looking for a show featuring cute girls doing shenanigans and going on wacky adventures, this is the anime for you. This light comedy is set in the distant future where artificial intelligence creates a city divided into walled clusters containing odd creatures and mythical beings. Clusters maintain their own unique culture and lifestyle fit for the people that live there. However, some may not be content with their cluster and may want to move out. Enter Equa, Felis, and Martes, three extractors, who offer their services to these people as professional escape artists and all-around mercenaries. Together with an anthropomorphic wolfman and their robotic sidekick, the team ventures through these bizarre worlds to help free people from the confines of there and pursue the life that they desire. This is the perfect anime to turn your mind off and enjoy a silly yet still well-crafted universe and lovable characters.
さすがです。絶対マジでもうあんたとは組まない。それってプロポーズですか？さっさと行け！
Genius 9-year-old Menempa and her father Gagumber live in the Labyrinth, an underground world in the distant future where humans live in clusters called colonies. They worked in the lowest of occupations as workers and mine for ore. Menempu, dreaming to live in a place without bounds, sets out on a journey to becoming a marker, despite her father's wishes. Being a marker is considered to be the most lucrative yet dangerous job as they explore the cryptic underground world in order to obtain information to ease navigation. The series shows the father-daughter duo navigating their way not only through the complex maze and its many obstacles, but also through their relationship. Menempu and her father are far from perfect and end up butting heads more often than not, but we see them try to work through their flaws and understand each other, creating some pretty heartwarming moments in the show. It's a great mix of interesting characters and imaginative world building fit for a sci-fi adventure. December 24th, 2099, right just before Christmas, the apocalypse virus spread across Japan, bringing nothing but death and chaos, bringing the tragedy that became commonly known as the Lost Christmas. And in an attempt to establish order, the United Nations sends the GHQ to assist with the crisis by containing the outbreak while removing all political autonomy in the process. A strict and draconian measure that spurred people to live in fear even after decades. A measure that a resistance group called Funeral Parlor aims to liberate Japan from. Guy Tsugami, leader of the funeral parlor, aims to achieve this by stealing a vial called the Void Genome. Said vial falls to the hand of internet vocalist and funeral parlor member Inori Yuzuraha, who seeks refuge at a warehouse after being chased by GHQ people. There she meets Shuoma, a regular high school boy who is socially awkward and is also a fan of her music. Little did Shu know that this serendipitous meeting will be the start of his uncharacteristic membership to funeral parlor, as he not just got involved with their problems, but the vial shattered at his hands, granting him the power of the kings. Now he has to learn to control his powers while fighting under the parlor for the liberation of Japan. Espers are individuals who use scientifically based supernatural powers and are usually aimed at those enrolled in the Academy's City Power Curriculum program who gain their powers artificially, but can also refer to natural espers, also known as gemstones. One especially significant esper is Misaka Makoto, who is known to be not just a level 5, the highest attainable level of an esper, but is also ranked 3rd. A certain scientific railgun focuses around her, and her many exploits within the city together with her friends were, in the prevalence of strange incidents, all plots and happenings seem to lead to a certain level upper, a device that is said to increase the esper level of its user. Mikoto and her friends eventually end up being entangled with the level upper incidents and the many dangerous situations connected to it as we go through the anime. Bits and pieces of the puzzle that may reveal not just more of what the level upper may have, but what the Academy City truly is. いいから返しなさいよ。嫌ですよって言ってんのよ。
捕まえたならちゃんと殺してほしかったな。
Deep within the shadows of the neon-lit city of Kansai are the underground criminals known as Akudamas. Among them is the infamous Cutthroat, known to have killed 999 people, who was captured by the police and is now set to be publicly executed. A mysterious message is sent to high-ranking Akudamas to free Cutthroat in exchange for a substantial amount of money. Inspired by the Quentin Tarantino film Reservoir Dogs, this series follows these Akudamas and an ordinary girl who got involved with the group during a fight with the police in an action-packed adventure filled with many twists and turns. Going along with the heist theme, the Akudamas are addressed not by their names, but by their expertise. But don't be mistaken, what they lack in identity, they make up with their unique character designs and distinct personalities. This highly stylized cyberpunk world with its many gripping storyline and unpredictable main characters is sure to keep you on your toes.
届け物だ。
他に視力や聴力を奪うという手もある。ほう、すごい恐怖心だ。少し休んだ方がいいな。
A fair warning to anyone planning to watch the next one on this list. It is not for the faint of heart. The world is invaded by parasites that leech themselves onto the brain of humans and corrupt their minds. One parasite fails to take over the mind of its host and ends up developing its own intellect in his right arm. The host is 16-year-old Shinichi Izumi, who now has to coexist with the parasite named Migi. From there, the two work together to fend off hostile parasites trying to eradicate their species, while struggling to find balance between human nature and the ruthless nature of parasites. The opening scene is only the first of many morbid moments in the anime that will surely leave your stomach turning for days. With its dynamic characters and surprising cliffhangers, you'll be finishing the series before you even know it.
勢い余って2周してしまった。戦ってぶっ壊れちまえ。生意気な AD6 ダムが。
The white-haired people called Alba of the Republic of Magnolia remain living in peace and comfort in the shelter within the 85 districts protected by autonomous robots going at war against the Legion robots from the Empire. Masked with the facade of an ethical automated war is the discrimination that only handlers, the ones who command the alleged automated robots, who are not actually automatic but are piloted by differently haired people, who lives at the unknown 86th district. Not only are they made to fight without enjoying the benefits it reaps, but they are also treated as something not human to the point that they are justified to be simply humanoid pigs who failed the process of evolution. The anime follows Vladilena Miliza, who is assigned to the Spearhead Squadron to replace their previous handler, and is very vocal with her opposition to the inhumane treatment of people from the 86th district. Her reassignment makes her virtually cross paths with the Spearhead Squadron, who is known to be fighting at the front lines, and with the squadron commander, Shine Nozan, known for being the sole survivor of every squadron he's been in. He insists on shouldering the names and wishes of his fallen comrades. The story is a mix of both action and drama, as both struggle to break free from the worldly realities that shackle them, whether that be in the form of systemic problems or the trauma caused by it.
待って嘘
見てみな。
ユーザー認証常森茜監視官使用許諾確認
If a person and the way they function or act in society can be graded, would things finally be solved? The enforcement, and perhaps the core concept of justice, has been drastically changed. The Sybil system allows for an objective assessment of peeking into the minds of people to judge their threat level, with the system examining their mental state in search for signs that would indicate criminal intent. This is what would be known as their psychopaths. Applying this system would be two sets of people: an inspector who upholds the law by subjugating anyone with the slightest ill will based on their psychopaths, and enforcers who are technically latent criminals granted with limited freedom to do the dirty work of inspectors. Akane Tsunemori is a young woman who just became an inspector and wants to uphold justice as her honest desire and wish. Something ideal that gets shaken as she works alongside a veteran enforcer by the name Shinya Kagami and learns that the Sybil system is apparently not as perfect in its judgments as what others would often assume. With the justice that she wants and the justice that society accepts being in conflict, how does she plan to wrestle or reconcile the two, and what impact would her actions make?
対象を完全排除しますご注意ください
じゃあオカリンなぜだある実態がある
Rintaro Okabe, or as Hohoin Kilma as he calls himself, is a self-proclaimed mad scientist, though we might as well give him the title, and goes to a lecture with his childhood friend, Mayuri, but of course definitely makes a ruckus that gets him booted, or more like escorted out by Makise Kurisu, but tells him that they met few minutes prior, and he wanted to tell her something but ran off. He bolted away thinking of her, as mad as he never met her prior, until he received some form of static video on his phone followed by a nearby scream, which he pursued to find Makise's bloodied body. He texts his friend Daru to explain what he just witnessed, which results to some form of distortion, and also the friends group up at the Future Gadget Lab he founded, and Daru explains that the lecture has been cancelled and gets confused when realizing that the text he sent was, well, sent a week back into the past. This is just the start of everything, as their allegedly notable creation of a microwave that turns bananas into green goo is more than just that. Apparently able to send text messages into the past using the microwave, Rinter dabbles further with the time machine, attracting the ire and attention of the mysterious organization CERN. With a new and imminent danger and the struggle for not just what they can do, but also what they should fix, Rintaro finds himself in a trippy journey to mitigate the damages done, pressed by the ticking time clock inside his, and as well as everyone's head called sanity.
あとは携帯にメールが
そろそろいいんじゃないかな。
待て
And that's all the anime we have for today. If you think we've missed any sci-fi anime from what we've shared, let us know in the comments sections down below. Some of the technology from the shows could definitely become real, but there are also those that are too scary to become part of our daily lives. If you want to see more anime content, make sure to subscribe and give this vid a thumbs up. If you're still here, why not help us reach at least 4.20% of you guys to subscribe? Stay tuned and I will see you guys soon.